Hello friends, in this video we are going to show you how to use a Music Joiner Android application. This application can be used to join songs one after another or one over another. For the first case, we will only use the first track, this one here. First of all, we have to add the song we want to join. For that, we tap this button down here. We choose as many songs as we want and hit OK. When all the songs have been loaded, we can rearrange the playback order. To do this, we long press over the item we want to move and drag up or down. Also, from the contextual menu, we can duplicate a song as many times as we want. To discard the song that we no longer need, we can simply slide to the left or right over the item. We tap OK, and here we have the signal of all the songs that we have selected. This audio signal could already be exported as is. For that, we would press this button, type a name, choose the audio format, and create it. However, before exporting it, we can make some edits to the signal. We can adjust the volume, we can cut out parts that we don't want, or we can add some filters. To do this, we can click on the 3 points and select Edit, or we can use this shortcut, which does exactly the same. When editing, a new menu appears down at the bottom. The first button is used to split the audio. This is especially useful when the second track is also being used. We'll see an example later. The second button moves the left marker to the cursor position. Similarly, the third button moves the right marker to the cursor position. The fourth button places the audio between the markers. In the second row, the first button allows us to add a fade in, the second one a fade out, the third one an attenuator, and the fourth one an attenuator with fade in and fade out included. The first button in the third row removes the selected filter. The second button allows us to zoom in or zoom out the signal. And the last button allows us to cut out or preserve the selected region of audio. We can make as many cuts as we want. To delete a previous streaming, we simply tap on the upper side of the dashed line and tap Yes. To select a filter, we can do it in two ways. Let's add a filter to see an example. The first way is to click directly over the filter. The second way consists of placing the cursor over the filter and pressing the Edit button. Once we have our signal edited, we are ready to get the final result. We press the Export button, introduce a name, select the format, and create it. Now we are going to see an example of the second case, where the songs are mixed together so they sound at the same time. In our example, we will join pieces of different songs. We will make the ending of one piece blend with the beginning of the next one. We start by adding the first piece of song in the first track. We are going to select the region and discard the rest. The songs we are going to use to extract the rest of the pieces must be added to the second track. In our example, we are going to add the song that we are already using and some other one. Before continuing, keep in mind that the duration of the resulting audio is determined by the duration of track 1, so it will be necessary to extend its duration. To do this, we will add a splitter at the end of it. We move the markers toward the end and drag the right marker until we get the duration we want. We are going to set it to a minute or so. If necessary, we can readjust it later. Now we are going to extract the pieces we need from track 2. I've been so distant from this for we are going to use this chunk for example. We select the desired area, click copy and temporarily paste it on track 1. We are going to extract another chunk this one for example, and we repeat the same process. We are going to choose one last piece.
Why does it feel?
This one right here for instance. Now that we have all the pieces we want to join on track 1, we have to place them alternately on track 1 and track 2. But first, we have to open a space on track 2. To do this, we simply add a splitter at the beginning of track 2 and extend it as far as needed. Before we start moving the chunks, we are going to add a fade in and a fade out to each one of them. We select the first whole chunk and add an alternator with fade in and fade out. We set the duration of the fade in and fade out. We'll leave it in 2.5 seconds, for example. We repeat the same process for the rest of the pieces. Now we will move down the third piece to track 2. We select the piece that we're going to move, copy it and paste it on the second track. In this case, we are going to place it right where the fade out of the first chunk begins. We delete the piece that we've just moved. We adjust the start of the third piece so that it overlaps with the end of the second piece. We follow the same steps for the last piece. Finally, here we have our audio pieces overlapped at the ends, ready to be joined. Let's see how the final result sounds.
All this to me feels some type of way, girl. You don't say it to my face, so just say distant from this for a while. I should have moved on, but I stayed in denial. I don't know why you feel like the walls caving in. Then you send a text and I'm okay.
As we can see, the transitions between song and song are smooth and without interruptions. Now, we'll adjust the duration of the first track, since it is what determines the duration of the final audio. To do this, we select the final splitter and reduce its duration as needed. Now we can create our final audio. We press the export button, give it a name, choose the format and create it. And here we have the resulting audio.
Doing all this to me, all this to me feels some type of way, girl.
We can save our composition in case we want to modify it later. In the future, we will go to My Projects, open it, and we could continue editing it. That's all, my friends. We hope you find this video helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. Best regards and see you next time.